most of my friends in gangs. My new nickname is Genghis Khan, but without the yay, but his last name's my side. I ride with that demeanors. I'm armed to the teeth. You're Venus and you've never been to the Venus.
What's up, my people? Every time I try to leave, they drag me back in. But let me go ahead and take a sip of this coffee. Sorry, headphone users, but I did that on purpose. Okay. So if y'all don't know, Draymond Green and this lady named Megan Rapinoe, I think she married to Sue Bird or something like that. They went at it because Draymond Green had some tweets about his ideas about the WNBA. So let's go through it. To all my lady hoopers out there, blah blah blah. I've been seeing a lot of talk about the pay gap between men and women. Okay, especially in sports. First of all, there's no pay gap in sports. No. Pay gap is implying that you do the same job, you generate the same revenue, but you're paid less because of your sex. That's just not true. It's not even close. But let's stop allowing y'all complaints to fall on deaf ears due to numbers. Well, that's what it's about. As long as y'all make the argument about pay while the revenue stays the same, yeah? They will continue to point at the revenue not being high enough to cover bigger salaries. Because that's what it's about. That's what it's about. While that is true in dang near every business, absolutely. How do we take that card out their pockets? Generate more revenue. That's how you take it out their pockets. Generate more revenue. It's not a card that they play. You don't think the people who own that league want to make more money? You don't think they want to put more money in their pocket? They want y'all to be successful. So, because it makes them successful. There's no argument for lack of revenue unless you make those that say they stand for women actually stand up. This is what I don't like. This has transformed into some moral thing. It's not about morality. It's just about business. This is transformed into some big moral. If you don't do this, you're a bad person. Instead of, hey, let's look at the revenue. Let's look at this. And then we decide from there what we get paid. It's turned into some moral thing. I don't understand what she's upset about what he's saying, because he's saying a lot of the things that I strongly disagree with, but he's a man, so let's just disagree with him. Stories and building up interest player. That's how the game took off. Who's building up your platform? Who's telling individual stories? Blah, blah, blah. Some may think it's global because women have to go overseas. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Not really anything here. He's just really saying a lot of things that we pretty much already know. It said, well, a huge part of that is because the payoff isn't as big. Duh. They can easily tell y'all story, but they don't have to, because the requests that are being made are falling on deaf ears because y'all keep saying pay me more with no way to drive revenue. Thank you. Force hands. It's not about forcing hands. At the end of the day, Draymond, it's not about forcing anybody's hand. At the end of the day, people are not watching Nike when they turn to ESPN. They're not watching Adidas when they turn to ESPN. They watching you, Curry, Clay. These are the people. You put forth a better product. Using y'all to push women empowerment, but not helping y'all simply saving face. I mean, that's what it is. But let's look at Megan Rapinoe. So she responded. And of course it was some BS. She said, you obviously kind of showed your whole ass and not even understanding what we talk about all the time. He literally explained what y'all talk about all the time. You act like we don't have 2 ears. You don't think we've asked for more funding? What are you talking about asked? It's not about asking. It's about going in there and say, look, we are generating 30% more than last year, 20% more than last year. This is happening. It's happening because of us. We're not going to ask you for more money. We're going to demand more money, or we're going on strike, just like the NBA has, just like the NFL has, just like Major League Baseball has. I'm not sure about hockey, but I'm pretty sure they have too. They're turning it into give us more money because we feel like it's the right thing to do. When women don't even watch, y'all gotta understand. I don't know if it's still like this, I'm pretty sure, but I saw a stat on ESPN that said the majority of women that watch sports don't even watch male basketball. The majority of women that watch sports, they watch football. Now, it's probably because of their husbands, probably because of their brothers, but they watch football. So they don't even watch y'all sport. You talking about from someone who has a big platform, that's just not acceptable. It's not acceptable for him to have, this is why this probably gonna be my last time, unless something big happens, because they're not concerned. They're not concerned with earning revenue. They're not concerned with being more profitable. They're not concerned with doing any of that. They just want to argue. That's it. They just want to argue. Deep down inside, they know, you know what, guys? We know that in order for us to get paid more, we have to generate more. And we know we're not generating more. So, but we still want to complain about it. So just support us, even if nothing happens. That's what it's about. And yes, when the NBA was at its early stages, the Major League Baseball was at its early stages, hockey was at its early stages. You had people that invested because they saw potential. You think people invested in the NBA because they felt sorry for these men that are barely able to support their families? No, they did it because they say, man, this is amazing. Let me hop on this bandwagon before it takes off to the moon. Which is exactly what it did. It's a $1 billion company now. Billions and billions and billions. That's why they invested in it. They didn't invest in it because this was the right thing to do. No, because they knew they were going to get a humongous return. So if you say that's not acceptable, it's like, how are you going to tell him what he can and can't say? It's a difference between I don't agree at all and me saying it's not acceptable at all. Me saying it's not acceptable at all is me trying to dictate what you can and cannot say. So you're doing all of this nonsense. Talking about asking for money. What are you talking about? If more people, they don't care about that. That's the problem. They don't care about that. They don't care about the fact that in order to earn, that's just business, period. And that's business, period, around the entire planet. I'm really tired of seeing them complain about the lack of pay because they're doing themselves a disservice by just complaining. Absolutely. But here's the problem. It's not about them. It's not about that. They know that. They know that. This is the end game. They hope that there is such an uproar that the NBA puts billions and billions of dollars into them, more than they've already been doing, because they've already supported your league anyway. That they put way more money into them so that they can get paid in the millions, even without them earning it. Like, come on, man. Notable voices. I love stories are being told until there's equity in the room where decisions are made. It will not be a priority. Okay, but that is what the players' union is for. You think there's equity, however you pronounce your name. I don't want to mispronounce it. But you think there's equity in the room where the NBA and the league meet? They had to earn what equity they do have by threatening to strike and striking. And sitting out. That's something that your players association has to do. You cannot say equity in the room and just say, hey, we're just going to... No, that's not going to happen. It's called a negotiation room for a reason. So I don't know what she's talking about, or he or she. We appreciate you jumping in on the convo. The NBA and its players are the only ones sitting at these tables from a position of power. What are you talking about? Draymond Green doesn't own the WNBA. Draymond Green is not the commissioner of the WNBA. Draymond Green is not the head of the Players Association. What are you talking about? Y'all are the only ones to leverage to really put these changes in motion. Do it for me. That's what they're saying. We don't want to do it. We don't want to face the facts. So we want y'all to do it for us. What are you talking? Draymond Green don't have the power. Draymond Green can't make the WNBA pay y'all more. If the revenue is not there, what are you talking about? Maria Taylor, let's be careful not to place the responsibility to fix the problem of a patriarchal, here we go, society's apathetic view in women in sports on women. First of all, if it's not exciting, I'm not watching. Everybody watch Ronda Rousey. Everybody watch. You know how many men watch Amanda Nunes? You know how many men watch Ronda Rousey? Because it's fun. Because it's exciting. The WNBA is not fun or exciting. I'm sorry. You know how many men tune in to watch Serena Williams? Because it's exciting. What are you talking about? It said just like we shouldn't charge POC with fixing the issues associated with race. First, okay, everybody wants to hitch their wagon to the racism thing because they know, let me hitch my illegitimate problems to the legitimate problem. Like, come on. It's definitely on women. Who is the leader of y'all Players Association? Who is the commissioner of the league? Who is all these people? It is on you, just like it was on them. That's the problem. When the league was first started, it was on the players to say, hey, we're going to demand better. But they had substance behind them because they say, hey, look at this fantastic product we are putting forth. Look at all the people that are buying this product. Look at all the people that are buying the jerseys. Look at all the people that are watching every single day we show games. You need to pay us more. Y'all are literally saying you need to pay us more because we're women. That is idiotic. Like, come on. Everything is anything they can do to drive the conversation away from the revenue. They don't want people to look into the revenue. They don't want people to look into why less people are watching. They don't want people to look into why people are not filling the stands, filling the arenas. They don't want people to look at that. They don't want that. They want it to remain a moral issue because when it's a moral issue, they don't have to do anything. They don't have to hold each other accountable. They don't have to hold the WNBA accountable. The only thing they have to do is sit back and complain. That's it. So let me know what y'all think about how y'all think about it in the comments. First of all, like the video. Go back and like the videos, like the video, subscribe, and I will holler at y'all later.